Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Shri S Ravindran, the CEO of Center for E-Governance, Government of Karnataka. His department is the e-governance services provider to Government of Karnataka and the people of Karnataka. Under his leadership, Center for E-Governance has been setting up and managing the e-infrastructure in Karnataka, which has led it to become the #1 state in e-preparedness in this whole country. I now request Sri Ravindran to formally inaugurate the symposium.
Thank you very much. Very distinguished guests on the dais. Very eminent people who are present here. Ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I bring to you greetings from Mr. M. Vidyashankar, Principal Secretary, E-Governance and IT, Government of Karnataka, who couldn't be here because of fast-paced political developments which Karnataka is party to most of these days. He sends his greetings to you, and I consider it a great privilege to be amongst very distinguished, eminent people here on a very critical topic, the whole issue of, there are two parts to this symposium that I decided. One is in terms of security, very critical part, and second is in terms of transaction itself, transactions with whom. That's a very important issue. I would like to place before you some of the perspectives as a key stakeholder in this entire use of security and the use of transactions itself from the perspective of governance perspective. Karnataka, Center for E-Governance, we are an organization, it's a society which is mandated with the responsibility of e-enabling Government of Karnataka. In one line, that's my mandate, e-enabling Government of Karnataka. I provide core infrastructure, e-infrastructure, and also facilitate the entire government towards offering services to the citizens. We have two very critical mandates before us. One is try to bring in measures or initiatives which will improve the administrative efficiency. So administrative reforms is a very critical part of the work we do. The second part is that ultimately we should realize that citizen is the client. So how do we service our client the best way? That's our mandate. And as part of this, in citizen services, as well as a lot of initiatives have been taken in the Government of Karnataka, be it in terms of setting up citizen service delivery front ends like Bangalore or rural centers like Nemadi. Today we are one of the few states, very few states, who offer G2C services, a large number of G2C services. And in the administrative space also we have a lot of reforms. Over a period of time, there is a growing realization of two things. Number one is that citizens' expectations are also increasing. So how do we kind of meet their requirement? So till last year, we were talking of anytime, anywhere service, and we are trying to enable most of it. This year, we have also added one more tagline to our vision: anytime, anywhere, any device. So the moment we kind of broaden our scope of work itself, try to offer more services and all. Obviously, one of the critical challenges is the secure transactions itself. Security from the perspective of data, security also from the perspective of giving comfort to the citizens that whatever the service he gets is foolproof and cannot be repudiated. That's the kind of challenges. We are one of the few states who are using the PKI system in G2B as well as G2C segments. Our Bhumi, the land record database, today we are trying to deliver it as a completely digitally signed document. In fact, already about 14 talukas we have done the pilot, and the rest of the talukas, probably in about 2-3 months time, digitally signed Bhumi certificate should be available to the citizens of Karnataka. And already we are delivering the income and cost certificates, which are very, very important from the perspective of citizens for accessing most of the government services or educational services. They are already being delivered as digitally signed certificates. And in the space of G2B, Karnataka e-procurement is which Center for E-Governance runs is one of the foremost in the country today in terms of enabling the entire procurement electronically. This is totally a PKI enabled workflow, and today we have about 10,000 government officials and slightly more number, about around 12,000 suppliers and contractors who use the digital signature certificate for carrying out the transactions with the government for the procurement of various goods and services. So there is a lot of work that is going on, but very critical part in the entire thing is that how do we keep the culture, spread the culture across the entire government. Professor Sadhugopan would agree with me. Dr. Sam Pitroda talks about this doing the government offices away, taking away from these Nadawala files. He says, why these Nadawala files should be there? They should go away. But actually, if you see, if there is a physical file, somebody is owning that file. That means he can physically see the file. He owns that file. But the moment the file becomes a virtual one, how to create the ownership? That is the biggest challenge today. Why I am saying is that today I run the core infrastructure of state data center. There are a lot of departments who have their databases posted there, but the entire passwords, everything, administration is with the private vendor. So there is no question, there is no sense of that ownership. How do you bring in? Probably the moment you get the entire government start using the digital signatures and all, then it's as good as for him, because then he will own it. The moment he signs through a digital certificate, he will own it. So the challenge is how do we get the entire government move towards that. In that space also, in terms of G2G itself, our HRMS application, we are now this year we are planning to provide digital signature certificates to over 22,000 government officials deploying and dispersing officers in Karnataka who will use that. But in the government space, what I realized is the biggest challenge is capacity building. Most of the digital certificates which in e-procurement are sold, they are the time that the PA are with one of the clerks. Still, people don't realize that it's an extremely important, extremely valuable kind of a thing which needs to be protected. So, one of the professors was just mentioning to me, security is 99% common sense, 1% technology. So the challenge is also at the same time while giving the technology, how do you ensure that people exercise necessary common sense to protect them? These are some of the challenges that are there in the government space. And this symposium could not have come at a more opportune time, at least from our perspective as a key stakeholder. Because we are trying to get more and more departments move into the online transactions and all. And capacity building, like I mentioned, is a huge challenge. And these kind of initiatives, in fact my entire team, about 10 of my people are here to learn from the very eminent people who are here and to use that knowledge for designing good solutions for Government of Karnataka. I thank CDAC for giving this opportunity. And I also request them that in terms of capacity building, we should have a continued engagement, not just at this level, maybe plan many more such activities wherein I can get most of the government involved so that we create a meaningful, secure governance framework for delivering good outcomes to citizens. Thank you. I forgot the job that was assigned to me. It gives me a great, tremendous pleasure to inaugurate this symposium and wish you, all of you, a very good time at the symposium and also in Bangalore. Thank you.